So here is a survival start you can play. I uploaded it to Mod.io, and it's nothing too special. I just took, survival start. I changed a lot of the settings so that it's a little more console friendly for, lower performance and aim assist, stuff like that. I beefed up the tools, the hand tools speeds, and the character inventory, but not the block inventory, because I like to have, a small cargo. I know that's going to hold 3 kiloliters of storage, so like the volume that each of the blocks can hold is consistent. So what I did here is I just took the survival space pod, and normally I do something like this when I use the space pod. I normally take out that front compartment area with the airlock. The vent is still here. I gotta swap that out, but right now it's being used as a conveyor to the cockpit. Slapped on a hydrogen tank, so that because it comes with the oxygen tank, but it doesn't come with a hydrogen tank, so that's good. It's got a basic refinery down here, a regular assembler up here, 2 algae tanks because I turned on food consumption for this. I turned off radiation because that doesn't. I'd rather spend time trying to figure out food survival than radiation survival. And then I took one of the upward thrusters and I moved it as a backward thruster, so now it's got 3 going backward, 3 going forwards. That's really it for the modifications. There's a survival kit here, and I put a drill on and ore detector, so it's pretty much bare bones start. There's a mag plate here because I was using that before, but that'll go. Obviously you're going to want to add some armor to it, and it's going to need a food processor at some point. And I like to get a large storage container as soon as possible, because it's just easier to throw all my items in a large than to have multiple small cargoes. It's just easier to see stuff, but I haven't gotten that far yet. And then I'll probably put a large refinery on at some point. And guns, gonna need some defense. But for now, that's kind of where I'm at. So this is where you start if you load up the world. Right now I'm flying towards the station. Want to see what they have for sale. It should have economy ships because I loaded that mod in. The only mods I have are ore detector range, which doesn't really seem to be working because the ore detector is still capped at 150. I think it's supposed to go to 500, so I don't know why that's not working. But some super ship tools, which I'm not really seeing, and what was the other one I put on? I can't remember, but nothing. Oh, I think colorful icons, I put that on too. Yeah, so again, pretty bare bones. I did mark out, because when I started way over there, so I mapped out some ore locations along the way. There's some uranium back there. It's kind of far, but it's nice to have something going instead of searching. Yeah, and that's about it. So we're getting close to this station. I think it's on this side of the planet, but it might be on the other side of the planet. I should probably put a camera on here too, but let's see. I hope it's not on the surface, because the ship is probably not ready to land on surface. Might need some more thrusters, even for the moon. But yeah, got a decent inventory going here. So I found some cobalt. Got some cobalt, and looks like we already got some algae going. So we got some food. You know, iron, nickel, silicone, and got the data pad that showed me this location that we're heading to, and some ice. Oh yeah, we got a good amount of ice for a little while. Okay, great. So we got the beacon here. Let's fly towards that. And I have dampeners off, so just keep an eye on that. I'm actually going to turn them on now. And I'm going to try to get my trajectory a little better. It does look like it's on the surface though, which is going to have to probably spacesuit down to it. Hard to tell. Sometimes I see the force field. I have field of view turned way up, so if I put an item in the corner of the screen, it's kind of as a zooming effect. But I'm keeping an eye on the planet gravity, because once that gets to anything above 0, I'm going to want to back up a little bit and just hover. Which might be right about. Might be getting pretty close to that now. And yeah. That's definitely on the surface. So maybe I'll get to like 3. Oh, okay, there's the gravity. So I'm going to want to get back out of the gravity well. And we're descending, so I'm going to want to use the 3 thrusters in the back to get some altitude. Make sure I escape that. Okay, yeah, we're climbing. Okay, right there. So I will put dampeners on and try to get. Yeah, we're pretty much over it. Alright, let me do a quick GPS so I don't lose the ship. And do I want to take anything? Let's take. Let's take maybe some cobalt ingots. Might be able to sell some of those. Yeah, that's probably good. Alright, cool. So we are at 0 velocity. Got a respawn point. You know what I might do? I might just make 1 hydrogen bottle just to make sure I have enough juice to get back to the ship. One of those. Make sure it gets filled up. Space Engineers on the PC and on the PlayStation, and it is so much harder to do things on the console than it is to do on the computer. But it's nice to be able to sit on the couch and use a big screen. It's a lot more physically comfortable, so that is the catch. That is the compromise. Let's turn on refill bottles. There we go. And we'll take that with us. Might as well take a food also. Well, we can get some when we're down there. Alright. Let's go. Turn off dampeners. I like to align myself like with the planet so that I can just kind of tap the upward thrust, compensate for the gravity. And I'll turn on dampeners right about here. Alright, we've arrived. This is like one of my favorite parts about Space Engineers is these safe zones, because the contracts, I think the contracts are a lot of fun and adds a lot of challenge. Sometimes you get some freebies in these little containers. Let's see what we got here. And each one's got a different architecture too, which is fun. These are all empty, but check them anyway. Whoa, 2-story drop. Bathroom. Ooh, beds. Beds normally have credits. Let's see. Ooh, nothing. Let's see. Credits. Oh, nothing there. A lot of times I find like 10,000 credits in the beds. A little welder. Get out of here. And then bathroom. We can go up. 1 story. This is a cool layout. Oh, we got more beds. Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Nothing. 1, 2, 3. Nothing. That's alright. We'll be making money in no time. That's that. I like to load up early game. I like to do the acquisition contracts, like 255 iron. That's a really easy 40,000 credits right there. Just get these radios, silicon ore, mushrooms. Yeah, that's gonna be hard, but I'm gonna leave that one off because we need mushroom spores before we can get mushrooms. And then got our ATM, which normally start out with 10,000. Little vending machine. I think the vending machine, I don't think the vending machine ever has things that are not in the store. Ooh, but we got data pads. That's good. Oh, this is a trick I learned like couple days ago. Like, I'm kind of new to Space Engineers. I know the game's like 10 years old or whatever, but if you get to a safe zone, always buy the data pads because they will contain GPS coordinates for other safe zones, which is awesome because I've always found it's almost impossible to find safe zones without their locations. So how do I buy more than one at a time? There it is. Okay, we'll buy all 7 of those, and we'll take a quick look and see what else we have here. So I'll sort by price per unit. Alright, so I was hoping they would sell ships, because sometimes you can buy ships at the safe zone. They're really expensive, but it's still pretty cool. This one does not. Looks like they're just selling platinum, uranium, some food. I mean, normally I'll buy the food, but right now I don't have any credits really, so hold off on that. And it's really fun also to refuel. So like sometimes I will just rely on safe zones for gas, and just like you're going to a gas station, you just gotta dock your ship at a connector, and you can buy however much volume of hydrogen gas you need, which is cool. All right, let's see what so that's what they're selling. Let's see what they're buying. So a pretty good deal on detector computers. I can make some money on that. 30 times 500, that's 15,000, right? 15,000. Yeah, 15,000. It's not terrible. Motors kind of okay. Alright, nothing really. I don't really see anything that I should try to target. And let's just double check and make sure there's nothing here that wasn't in there, and I don't think there is. Yeah. Cool. So let's take a look at these data pads now. Create GPS. And it's right down here. I like to turn the safe zones green and show on HUD. So we've got 2 UVEX safe zones. We've got a DVHS, which I'm not familiar with. So that'd be cool. Check it out. And another DVHS. Oops. Tried to zoom in. Some conflicts between two factions left a field of debris, and Salvager are plucking the fruits by selling their findings to a nearby station that now has their stocks overflowing. Oh. Interesting. Create a GPS. And turn it green. Turn it on. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 plus, yeah, that's it. UVEX. Some merchant keeps bragging about some really good deals. Ship's position keeps popping up. Alright. We'll check that out. Sometimes they're very far away though, like you need a jump drive to get there, but we'll put them in anyway. This one. Sometimes there's duplicates also, which is kind of hard to keep track of. see how many we got now. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we started with 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think we got them all. Just this one. Nice. And then the other thing I like to do is just add a number to the end so that you can kind of keep track of which, because there's multiple with the same name, so. And 4. Cool. And 1. Whoops. 2. Oh wait, let's. So there's 3 UVEXs. And there's 1 DVCM. Okay. So we have 3 factions. And we can see them here. Well, one of them at least. Cool. Alright. I always wonder if it's worth it to make your own faction when playing single player. I don't know. Alright, so we're good there. Cool. Let's just see if we missed any beds. And yeah, we went down there. Came in through here. Oh, here. Oh, okay, we got some special ammo. That's one thing I'm not great at, is the combat in Space Engineers. And, like, I feel like I haven't practiced it enough. But I also get really discouraged when I get blown up because I spend so much time building things and then it's gone. So I normally just try to avoid combat. But who knows? Maybe we'll get some more practice in. Alright, so we're good here. And this is UVEX 1. Cool. So we can go back to our ship. I think I'll stop the video there because you can play this on your own. I uploaded it to Mod.io. It's called I think it's called Console Survival, and then it has a bunch of numbers at the end. It's just a timestamp, so it's like 25 for 2005, 11 for November, etc. And yeah, have fun. See you guys later.